friends, let's continue with our exploration of PPP theory. Here, let's explore the linkage between exchange rate indices and PPP theories. From the example of relative PPP we just learned, we know when the relative purchasing power parity is not held, then the currency will be overvalued or undervalued. So we can draw the conclusion. If changes in exchange rates just offset differential inflation rates, that's to say, if relative purchasing power parity holds, then all the real effective exchange rate index would stay at 100. We already know usually the real effective exchange rate indices will be set at 100 in basic year. Now we will know further that the basic year actually is not be set at random, but it is decided by the relative PPP. If changes in exchange rates strengthen more than was justified by differential inflation, its index would rise above 100. The currency would be considered overvalued from a competitive perspective. An index value below 100 would suggest an undervalued currency. The term of exchange rate pass-through is not new to us. We have already learned this term in Chapter 3. The definition of it is as such: the degree to which the prices of imported and exported goods change as a result of exchange rate changes. When the exchange rate pass-through is incompleted, then the country's real effective exchange rate index will deviate from its PPP equilibrium point. In order to understand the incomplete exchange rate pass-through, let's examine an example here. Assume BMW produces a car in Germany and all costs are incurred in euros. When the car is exported to the US, the price of the car in dollar should be the price in euro multiplied spot rate in the form of dollar per euro. When the car is exported to the United States, the price of the BMW should be converted from euro to dollar at the spot rate. If euro appreciated against the dollar from $1 per euro to $1.2 per euro, then the price of the BMW in the US market rose from $35,000 to $40,000. We'll say that there happened incomplete exchange rate pass-through. From the data in the table, we can calculate the change of exchange rate, which is 1.2 minus 1 over 1, that is 20%. Well, the BMW's price in dollar changed only 14.29%. The degree of pass-through is measured by the proportion of the exchange rate change reflected in dollar prices. In the example, only 0.71 exchange rate change was passed through to the dollar price. BMW's dollar price changed only 14.29%, while the euro appreciated 20%. The degree of pass-through is just partial, that is 14.29% over 20% equals 0.71. That is to say, only 71% exchange rate change was passed through to the US dollar price. the 29% change of exchange rate has been absorbed by BMW. This exhibit shows how to calculate exchange rate pass-through. In this video, we learned the linkage between exchange rate indices and relative PPP. When relative PPP is high, then the exchange rate indices will be set at 100. If a country's real effective exchange rate indices deviates from its absolute PPP equilibrium point, then there happens partial exchange rate pass-through. Okay, with this section, we finish the theory of purchasing power parity. Thank you for your attention.